Now we go to the southern border where the surge of migrants the Biden administration was braced for has not materialized. Tired and hungry families thrust hands out in desperation, holding out for supplies and a chance to cross into the U.S. Tonight, the Biden administration is facing a flurry of criticism from Republicans, but his team says they're prepared.
We have had a plan for more than a year and a half. We've been executing on that plan, and we continue to execute on the plan. We knew the transition from the Public Health Authority of Title 42, as we transitioned to our traditional immigration authorities, was going to be tough.
Meanwhile, across the country, some cities are preparing for an influx of asylum seekers. Far from that southern border, some of those northern cities have declared states of emergency as asylum seekers arrive. Michael George is in New York, where already today, 3 buses full of migrants arrived at New York's Port Authority.
Here in New York, this public school gymnasium in Brooklyn, now a shelter for migrants arriving in the city. While in Chicago, angry residents are seeking a restraining order.
How could you do that without consulting us?
To stop the city from turning a former high school into a shelter. Before her last day in office Friday, Mayor Lori Lightfoot accused Congress of inaction.
So the federal government has got to be sending resources, real resources, to cities like Chicago.
In Denver, officials say they've spent $16 million housing asylum seekers, and the federal government has reimbursed less than $1 million of that.
We're in desperate need of emergency shelter space to accommodate what will be coming our way.
Back in New York, with shelters already housing 37,000, the city is sending buses of migrants to suburbs. Volunteers like Power Malu are giving aid to arriving asylum seekers.
We're on the front lines and we're giving our all, and we don't get much support.
Does that make sense? Making the problem worse, America's immigration courts have a backlog of more than 2 million cases. Many cases take years to resolve. Michael George, CBS News, New York.